What's up, everybody? You should be unmuted. Music. Make sure it's fine. It seems to be okay. And let me tweet that the stream is starting. And the tweet should be out. And okay, so let's get. Oh man, I forgot to update stream again. So let me do that too. Okay, the stream title is updated. I hate that the stream, the VOD, okay, the VOD has the vote has the title with which the stream was started. So if I update it now, it will hint basically whatever I just said. The stream will have the title with which it started the vote. Okay, so on Friday before the weekend, I kinda got stuck. There were 3 things that I wanted to figure out. First is, so let me launch the game. Okay, actually there were 2 things and third thing came up, which is related to my vehicle entity import there. So yeah, the first thing is that I'm still stuck on trying to make the animation when you are riding the wheelbarrow correct, or rather the pose the player is in correct, because at the moment the player is sitting when they should be standing. So there's that. The second thing is the inputs. Okay, and before we move on to the second thing, I think I found. Yeah, we got to like the living entity render method being responsible. I think we've got to that for putting me inside of that sitting pose. But for some reason, my mixing was only targeting like other living entities, like that pig over there for the turtles. So after doing some searching and asking on modded Discord, on modded Minecraft Discord, I've found the right method. So we should be able to move on with that. Let's see if I can. Rather, I found the mixing. Yep, there it is. So my mixing targets the biped entity model. Here's some stuff that I have to add for the mixing to work. Here's the inject. At the head of the... Is that the head? Yeah, it is at the head of the set angles, biped entity model set angles method. So right here, it is getting injected, and now today probably the first thing or the second thing we will do is try to modify that line, this riding. Okay, so the second thing we were stuck on was the player inputs, how to make my wheelbarrow move, make the wheelbarrow move when the player is pressing buttons. So yeah, started with that, but unfortunately, oops. I didn't figure out how to proceed, so I asked about that on Discord too, but I don't think anybody has replied to me because I did that right before the stream, like an hour ago. I don't think it has any replies, so maybe, maybe we won't get to that today. It will be fine. There's a way to find the solution. And yeah, the third thing I figured out is that I've actually, while looking for stuff, because I was looking for like solutions, I was hoping that the vehicle entity might have it implemented, and I found the let's see, I'll talk about these two in a moment, but I found the Fabric blog. On the Fabric blog, you can see in the Fabric for Minecraft 20.3 and 20.4, find the mention of vehicle entity, they say that it should now be vehicle entity, app entities. Other player constructed vehicles should now extend vehicle entity. And this provides the wobble effect seen when hitting that entity. So yeah, I was curious about that because if they mentioned that, I wasn't able to make it work. And I've asked about that on Discord too. And I was told that that's a Minecraft issue because yeah, you're not supposed to have a class like that, abstract class that is package private and that cannot be extended. So I managed to make a, where is it? Shouldn't be in resources. Yeah, an access widener actually makes that adjust that, modifies that method to be visible. So yeah, today we will start with extending the vehicle entity so I can get rid of all of that wobble logic. And that should be pretty cool. Although I'm not pretty cool, but should be an easy thing to do. And after that, okay, and these two things, or rather one of these things, and the second is for me to watch, so I will talk about that now. Found a this tutorial that is recommended about mixing, so I will hopefully watch that tomorrow when I have the time. Is it fabric? Forge fabric, okay, it's for both. It's cool. Okay, so yeah, I will try to watch that on my spare time. Let me move that onto the second desktop. And give me a moment, sorry. Okay. So, moving on. So let's just start with making or both extend the vehicle entity. And just check that the wobbling didn't go anywhere. Okay, it's still there. It's nice. Oh man, I have to adjust the amount of damage though. Hope it's not done. Okay, I think it's done inside of the damage method. So that should be fine, hopefully. Okay, so let's just make sure. What exactly does having it extend the vehicle entity entail? So we have these, just the constructor, okay, and damage. So we will probably be overriding the damage method. Well, that kind of defeats the purpose of having that plus amount. Set damage wobble strength, okay. Oh, never mind, still fine. I will probably override it. I want the... Yeah, I don't want it to be 40. Rather, I think I want it to be 40, but I made it start wobbling harder and faster. Yeah. No, I haven't. In the same. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I've set it. I've kept it the same, but I've updated my. But I've changed my render method so it wobbles less. Okay, but on everything else is the same. Okay, but there's that. Technically. Oh, sorry. It's invulnerable to source. Okay. This first lane is the same. Second is the same. Almost the same. I have the fire and non-fire checks. Okay, then damage wobble, schedule. Okay, so I have that and the other way around. Balance the emit. Okay, and then we check if it should be destroyed. Oh man, so other than that, it's actually the same. Maybe I could override the it's invulnerable term. Hmm. Let me think, can I adjust that instead? What are the entities invulnerable to? This can be overridden to make the entity, okay, entity is invulnerable to all damages if it's is removed, and is invulnerable to all damages except out of world. The entity is invulnerable. This also checks is fire immune. Okay. Okay, so there is that thing I think is together. Okay, so all damage, so damage is in that. So do I want to adjust that, or do I want to update the damage method? Is the damage method actually... Whatever, maybe I couldn't just make my entity burn. If one card burns in lava and fire... Actually, can I do that? Okay, so for now I'll just override it, and if I don't add any special damage logic, if I won't have any more custom damage logic, then I will probably skip or rather pass on having the entity invulnerable to fire like that. Minecart is vulnerable to these two, then I mean Wheelbarrow can be too. Actually, is Minecart invulnerable to these two? Let me make sure. Okay, because all of these get destroyed in lava. About a boat first. Okay, it just burns. Can I set it on fire? No, but if I set the block underneath it on fire, yeah, then it just gets destroyed. About a minecart. Probably the same. Yep. Okay, so I mean, that's fine. Maybe my damage method will have some custom logic. Because I would like the whatever is inside, whatever is the non-controlling passenger, whatever is being transported to be invulnerable to fall damage for sure. But yeah, probably, yeah, we will see if damage method is takes care of that. Okay, so let me just add a to-do to it, and then maybe keep default vehicle entity implementation. No custom logic. Okay, so damage method for now start is overridden. Then we have should always kill. Okay, which is the same as here. Wonder why or rather when I would override that. Okay, kill and drop item. I have kill and drop self. Kill and drop. Okay, so I have kill and drop self. And this has both kill and drop item and kill and drop self. Some reason. Oh, okay. So this doesn't matter. I think that's exactly what my thing does. I have the skill. And I think that's the same thing, but the order is changed. Yes or no return. Okay. So that shouldn't be the same. Okay, in data tracker. So we'll probably have to just call that instead of my init data tracker. It's fine. And now set damage wobble. So yeah, these are the same, and I don't think I've modified them. Now get damage wobble and kill and drop self, okay, and this item. Okay, so that seems pretty straightforward. Damage. Okay, so that stays overridden. Now we get rid of that. Let's make it extend this, and now, okay. Let's call that. I think I can do it like that. And what else are we removing? Oh, so I need kill and drop self, okay. Or actually I don't need that. Okay, so should always kill and be removed. Method should always kill from the time it's not visible. Hmm. I guess it's not, so let me keep that, whatever. Or will I have to adjust my access widener as well? I guess I do have to do that. Okay. Don't just remove stuff first and then kill and drop. Just use anywhere else, nope. What's next? In data tracker, send damage, wobble. Okay. Get damage wobble. And I shouldn't need these. Do I need them? Oh. Why are they not here? See the boat entity. Okay, so it doesn't seem to have a static block. Okay. That's odd. I don't think, yeah, it doesn't. I don't see it managing that wobble logic. So I guess that's not needed. That's odd. Or what synthetic means. That should be everything. Now we have to adjust the visibility. And this is not visible either. I need to pass the damage source. So there's only that error. Okay, so how would I make my access widener do that? Man, I will have to generate sources again, which I'm a bit worried about, because my LSP has some issues with starting. Maybe it will go smoothly. Okay, so let's check out the access widener. Oh, and also I was linked a really cool site, Linky, by Daniel Dev. So if I go to their GitHub, what were they called? This is DevLogs, I don't think that's it. Yeah, okay. One of the chatters that popped whatever, popped in like last week. Okay, so okay, that should be it. Yeah, so oh man, I closed it instantly. So yeah, it seems like they have a lot of cool projects, big projects too. So yeah, cool games. When do they X? Okay. So yeah, this site is really cool because you go to, for example, a vehicle entity. Yeah, then you can basically browse any, I think most of, so far I've been able to browse all of the Minecraft code I was interested in. Yes, as I do showcase that, there's an error. I guess let's let that run for a moment. And yeah, as you can see, it has an access widener, like a shortcut here, and also mixing targets. So hopefully I should be able to grab an access widener from that. I'm honestly still not too sure how these have to be structured to work. Okay, and while we wait for that, the second issue that we'll be tackling today is with the biped entity render method, and ideally I wanted to, I mean I don't know if ideally, but that's what I wanted to. I wanted to adjust that if, where is it? That expression, I think that's an expression, sorry, I'm not too well versed in that area. So yeah, I wanted to replace that this is riding with this riding, or basically check if the current entity this is in is my wheelbarrow. I think that's yeah, I don't want to change too much, and I think that's not too risky of a change to just adjust that. So yeah, and I couldn't figure out how to do that with regular mixins. I found the mixin extras, and I've heard that they are built into Fabric. Hopefully that's the case. I haven't checked yet. Yeah, includes the mixin extras already, and it basically has exactly what I'm looking for. Like, no man, it's not going to load really. Okay, but while I might not be able to check the code, I should still be able to get the method. The axis widener, set angles. Hope so at least. Okay, set angles, so I should be able to find the. Oh, that wasn't on biped, rather on vehicle entity, now also on biped. Entity model, set angles. Yeah, and there's the axis widener. That's great, because it probably would have taken me a bit of time to figure that out. And yeah, back to that. And the modify expression value. Can I now check the code? Back to the modify expression value. This mixin, this decorator actually, yeah, is doing exactly what I'm looking for. So when I'm targeting code such as the following, and there's the if statement, you may wish to add an extra condition such as, or other, e.g., your mod is flying allowed. And this could be done like so. Yeah, I will be doing that. And let's actually check out other decorators mixins that they have. Also to modify receiver. Also to modify the receiver of a non-static method called array field get set. Yes, I don't think this is going to work, looks like. This for some reason can't load. But still, I have my access widener. So I hope I have it, so that's all I need, hopefully. Okay, your handler method receives the targeted instructions arguments, optionally followed by the enclosing method's parameters, and should return the adjusted receiver for the operation. Should be used in favor of redirects when you are simply inspecting or conditionally modifying the receiver of an operation. It's unlike redirects in these chains when used by multiple people. Okay, so when targeting code such as the following, object 1 set x, new x position, you may wish to inspect or change the object being moved. See, that's set x, okay? And now I'm guessing object 2, new x. Okay, so new x is the value. Here we have the original receiver, which I think is that call. So yeah, that happens, and then we call set x10. Okay, so the receiver is just object 1. Okay. So that's, I won't be using that, I don't think. Return, modify return value, not to be confused with modify expression value, allows you to tweak the value being returned from a method. Your handler method receives the value about to be returned. Sorry, had to skip song. To be returned, optionally followed by the enclosing method's parameters, and should return the adjusted value. Should be used in favor of injects with the CIR, not sure on that, CIR. Such return value modify pattern, as that pattern does not change when multiple do it, whereas this does, okay. Targeting codes such as the following, you may wish to change the value being returned, for example by dividing it by 2. It will be done like so. Okay. Oh man, I'm yawning so much, sorry. Has that loaded? No, that's unfortunate. Can I maybe clear that site's data? Clear cookies and site data? Maybe that will help. So I'm just copy that access one owner. And yeah, we make it accessible. Okay, that's not what I wanted actually. I wanted to do vehicle entity, and that was the what was that on the vehicle entity? Should always scale. Okay, so maybe I won't have to close my editor because I am afraid of it not starting my LSP. So I have vehicle entity open, wheelbarrow entity, and biped entity model. Okay, so that's for later. Okay, so just these two. Let's try to gen sources. There maybe clean first. And then gen sources. Okay, so I will let that run and let's finish the two remaining injectors. Sugar. What's in sugar? Local and share. BL I guess stands for boolean. Okay. Let's go back to the. See, is that going to work now? Yeah, it worked. So as you can see, the site you can browse a lot of versions and loaders code. So that's nice. Okay, so let's finish these. Proceed to wrap a method call, field get set, instance of checker, object instantiation. Your handler method receives the targeted instructions arguments and an operation representing the operation being wrapped. Optionally followed by the enclosing method's parameters. It should return the same type as the wrapped operation does. Be used in favor of redirects when you're okay. So when you, I would expect actually to be always think you always want it to be accessible by other people, other mods. Okay, so we have So when targeting code such as the following, you may wish to wrap the call such that it is bypassed if a setting is enabled. Okay. The first thing is the instance. Okay. Second thing is the flag, so that's the original parameter. And we have the operation, which should be right after. Or should it be? Something the operation being wrapped. Original, okay. And then it turns into that, so that's fine. And last one is wrap with condition. Let's to wrap a field, write or void method call with a conditional check. Okay, so that's maybe useful. Okay, so sources seems to have been generated. Let's hope starting the server will do the trick. Let's. Okay, it looks like we've killed Java server, so maybe a restart will make it happen. Okay, something's happening. And okay, looks like this hasn't updated. No man's okay. Hello, I hope you're well. Hi, Technoboy, what's up? I am doing fine, although maybe I'm a bit stuck. But for now, we've been progressing, kind of. Okay, so the Wheelbarrow entity. Let's hope my LSP starts. Okay, great, it's starting. And probably I have to remove, yeah, okay, so I will have to remove some more caches. The clean doesn't seem to do the thing for access wideners, unfortunately. Or maybe I can't have one access widener do multiple things. Okay, let's make sure that's not the case. Fair enough, Java always was a tricky one for me personally. What have you been doing in Java? Because this is, yeah, I've just started like 2 weeks ago, and I'm making a simple mod that adds a wheelbarrow, and yeah, it could be easier, but so far I'm doing okay. Okay, so Java access wideners multiple. Okay, I mean it should be access widener. It should be. I remember it saying that it can have multiple lines. I would assume it supports doing multiple things. File location, validating the file. Funny enough, Minecraft mods in particular. Oh, that's nice. And specific mods, like maybe you could link some, because I am interested in checking out other people's codes at the moment, as I've been learning. You make a mistake in specifying the field. The error doesn't say whether the name or the type is the problem, okay? Wait, how do you validate it? You can run validate access widener to check all the classes. Okay, so looks like access widener can have multiple things. Let me just run that. It's a thing. W, and that's that. Okay, so no errors. So I guess I have to clean up cache. So let me try to let's think. Last time I did that, I've cleaned up in my home directory. That would be the Gradle, caches, and yeah, I removed all of that. Man, but it's going to take a long time to generate again. I guess I have no choice. Let me remove all of that. And I've also removed some stuff inside of the Wheelbarrow run directory. Never mind. Wheelbarrow Gradle here, the local cache. Okay, I don't think there's any cache. I think I just removed all of that. I think I wanted to say yes to that actually. Okay, I didn't want to do. Oh man, I removed my .gradle file directory, whatever. Should. So if I do just Gradle W, I think it's generating the basics, if I remember correctly, and then just have to generate the sources again. No, that's going to take a couple minutes. What can we do in the meantime? Okay, I guess I could check my Discord. Maybe I've answered how to handle the player input. Oh man, I don't do quite open that on stream. No, looks like no help there. So we will have to do with what we have. Okay, so have I finished reading that? Yes, I have. Okay, so all of that has to download. Okay, and now the gen sources. After that, the last time I did that, the access widener worked. So hopefully it will do that this time too. And while we wait, I was wondering if like check out. Sorry, I've adjusted in my chair. You may have heard the squeaking. But yeah, I was wondering if I could like check out some libraries. Configuration library. So yeah, maybe that. Okay. So that's by the developer that I've just visited their GitHub. Click on the picture above. Okay, so that's for the hosting. What does it do actually? Oh man, why is it so bright? Introduction to graph config. Let me see what it's doing. Because it is used by a lot of mods and I want to know what it's doing. Inside that only, however, it's only a config screen API, not actually a fully configuration API. Simply ignore cloth config when you are on client, or you can ask the server to send the client a copy of the config and sync it over when the user saves cloth config. Okay, so there's introduction, but it doesn't say what it does. Let's check out olib. Provides a highly flexible annotation driven. I'm not a fan of annotations so far. Like, I mean, aren't too bad, but I'm not a fan of them. No, it's probably just because I don't know quite what they are doing. Yeah, I just would have preferred like a function call. Okay, so let's hope if I open that. My Java server, okay, Java server is starting. And I was trying to make my Java server start before the stream for like 10 minutes. I mean, not that long, but a couple tries. And it never did, and now it's just going okay. And there's no error, so let's see. This should have been widened. Okay, so there's public now. It's fine. Maybe I didn't want public, but I don't think I have a say in that. And it doesn't matter too much. Okay, so let's see now if all of that worked. And if Wheelbarrow is still wobbling when hit. Okay, highly customizable thanks to the screens being built using OO UI. You can easily customize them by simply editing some XML. Okay, feature complete, sure, simple and quick to use. But what are the features? Flexible system for automatically registering a class's fields into registry instances. Okay. networking, item groups, particle effects. Okay, so a lot of stuff basically. Wisp forest and docks. I wonder what these docks are made with. Where is the docks source code actually? Gadget, lavender, docks. So they are made with I guess just plain HTML. Actually it can be plain HTML if it has markdown. Okay, so I'm not sure what they are rendered with. Detector API. Okay. Sorry, my voice is a bit off today. I hope it's not too bad. Or not too much worse from what it is usually. Let's run the client and then we will see if it still wobbles. And then we can move on to the render method. Is it starting? Okay, it has to download the assets. I forgot about that. While we wait, let's check out that. Okay, so I'll have to access. Let's see. How can I make that a target? I think I've asked ChatGPT about that, but I don't think. Not sure if I'm able to find that conversation. Add callback, widener. Uh, okay, fix mode entity rotation. I had like a huge conversation. Yeah, I think that's this one. Yep. Riding. Okay, not in here. Not here either. Okay, here. How do I target that? Okay, so that's on the head. Here we have pivot Z and ordinal 0, so probably it's trying to, yeah, because I didn't give it a complete example, or it ended here, yeah, okay, so it's targeting that line. But let's see, does that have, okay, this head should fly, and invoke, which is not quite what I want, because I want an invocation of riding, I guess. I will just try to YOLO it and see what happens. Is the client still downloading assets? Okay, so entity is probably fine for now. And okay, the biped thingy. How can I target the variable moment the variable is being accessed? In examples. Okay, so all of these are methods which Okay, so this is targeting a call. And this is shifting after method call, shift after with a shift amount by, okay. Here it is, let's see, do something, so that's this thing. And then it shifts by 2 lines. Okay, so I don't want to do lines because that seems fragile. Just would like it to be right after that, or ideally this. But there doesn't seem to be an example of it. All of these are after a method call. Modifying the return value. So that's for the mixing extra. Mixing extra mentioned. Okay, let's see if the wheelbarrow is still wobbling. Nice. Okay, it's kind of lagging, but it does that sometimes. But other than that, it's working nice. Okay, so let's commit that. Something has been done today. That's a success. Let's see, that's correct. Okay, I don't need that. Why is it being open? Okay, I think I maybe know why. Okay, all of that seems reasonable. Okay, I wanted to keep that, so stand the vehicle entity. That's a nice song actually. Okay, that's from Firewatch. And it's ended. Happens. Okay, so let's ignore that and now let's try to target that thing. Okay, so render method is fine. Under the inject star method is fine. Now we have to adjust the target. Okay, so that's kind of what I want now. It's the still. Yep, the call to do something. A get field, a put field. So let's try to ask. Let's go to find. Is how can I target a variable access line? So, for example, this inside of a Minecraft Fabric 1.20.4 mixing, I want to say add a line right after this one. Target a specific line of code in a Minecraft Fabric mode and add a liner right after it. You can use a mixing to inject. Yes, I am aware. Identify the target method first. Okay, I did that. Inject code after that. So we have the target. Left leg. It's kind of looks like what I want. Targets the field left leg of the entity class and injects code after the first occurrence of the field access. So I do like that. Can I find that in the linky, for example? see. That's the model part. They need the left leg, is that correct? Oh, kind of. Not actually. I need biped entity model. Left leg. Okay, that seems promising. Something showed up for a moment. Method. It feels leg. Okay, I think that's correct. Okay, but actually it's going to be the... Oh, okay, but what's the left leg? It's a model part. Okay, because left leg is called here 2 times actually, so I would need... Can I do riding then? Riding, okay, that's nowhere to be found. What can I do? Riding. Okay, so that's entity model riding. And that's correct. This extends an entity model. Okay, this extends an animal model, which extends entity model. And technically, that's the one and only occurrence of that. So maybe it's going to work. Let's try. Target would be that. Method set angles, okay. At, okay, where does at go? Value. A field. And the target equals that. Okay, and here I would like it to be actually modify it. So let's try to shift it by 1. Ordinal. Do I have to specify the ordinal if I want the first one? What's going to happen if I just don't do that? Let's not do that, but let's have shift. Okay, add. Okay, didn't want to do that. Shift equals add, shift after. And that should go inside of the block, I think. So if I were to add a print, stem out print line, and struggling, sorry. Print that. And hello. Plus this object. Okay, so that should be called only when I'm writing something. Let's see if I did that correct. Okay, that looks like an error. And there should be another red one. Okay, there's no red one for some reason, but yep, can't do it like that. Let's see. There should have been another error actually. A red one. It says something more, so let's try that again. Okay, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So maybe I can, let's try before. No, I don't think that's going to help. Because I have add field, okay. Which I'm not sure is correct, I just copied it. Add value equals invoke. Okay, so there's field. I put field, okay, so there's an example. Here it has I instead of Z. Some reason. Okay, so let's try that. OP code, put field. Can I do that? Okay, and then I don't want it to be riding. Let's just try to add that right before that if statement. Just to figure out how it works. So will be the left leg roll. So that's a model power. Left leg. Rather just roll. Okay, well that's going to be right leg probably first, or actually right arm. Well, that's fine. Let's see if that works. Field. Where's field? Doesn't seem to be there actually. Maybe model part roll. Okay, so that's it. That says in model part. In it, okay. There's a roll, and can I? Okay, so it seems to be just that. Not in it, but let's get the model part. Not access widener, but let me try to yellow it. So that's L, okay. Net Minecraft client. Where's the model part? That's going to be okay, that with slashes instead of dots. And now, after that, I probably want a roll, and I guess an I. I mean an integer. Not sure what I means there. Okay, and that replaces it. I have shift. So what happens if I add an OP code for field and jump injection points? See the Javadoc for relevant injection point. Okay. They probably actually whatever. Let's OP code equals P. OP codes. Put field. CA Javadoc. Is there a Javadoc for that? For relevant injection points, so that. Or not that, I guess. OP codes. Put field. Okay, so I'm not sure which Javadocs I'm supposed to visit, but let's see if that does anything. That compiles at least. It doesn't. So let's try to simplify things. because I think that's correct. Let's go back to riding. Let's keep before. Let's try to figure out what goes after the semicolon. The semicolon thing that's just a colon. Inside of the target. I wonder why it's either. Okay, so this is all I. In the context of a mixing target, the part that goes after the colon specifies the descriptor of the field or constructor you are targeting. Okay. Is the name of the field of the or method. Okay. Okay, so that's probably not going to compile either. Okay, I think that's the same thing I've already tried. Let's try adding a OP code there. Put field. Is there access? Field. Get field. Maybe that works. Okay, and if that doesn't work, then I will try with the one of the fields that aren't inside of the if block. If that doesn't work, then I'll just move on to trying to make it work with the mixing extra thingy. Okay, so that doesn't work. Let's try to whatever. And just get the model parts, get model part, fields. Okay, so that's how I filter it. Model part, roll. Okay, there's that. So let's make that a put field. I think actually the issue might be with my method signature. I'm not injecting at head or end or tail. Okay, that worked actually. Oh. I would think I need to adjust that. Okay, roll. So where did that go? Should have went here, I guess. Right after the pitch. Right after the pitch. Okay, so let's see if anything gets logged. Okay, so my method signature is wrong, I think, because I'm not injecting at head or tail anymore. Okay, that happened. So assuming that's here, what if I just were to shift that by a local variable on assignment? That's not what I want. Where was that? A put field. Okay, so that's redirecting. So that's the target. So I'm not sure if I actually replaced that or if the shift worked. And how can I verify any of that? Because if that worked, then directing a put field, modifying a parameter, a local variable on assignment at store of what? So this is a full method, and okay, I'm not sure how it decides on what. Okay, so this is just at any store, and then it takes the second one. Okay, so technically, if I were to choose the, let's see, put field, okay, I have shift before. Assuming I'm here, this is the 0, 1, 2, and 3. I were to do ordinal 3. And then I should be here. And if I put that after, and I'm guessing I don't go between these two. So and what does my inject take when I'm doing it like that? So it takes in the class instance, and then the original value, which is that. Okay. So if I just were to try, okay, so let's see, if I command that for a moment and change that to set angles inject, now this is going to be the MyPad entity model entity or other model, and then we have the value, which is, what is it, a float, is a real type. When do I put here? E? Maybe. I think that's correct. Okay, and let's see, let's not player entity model anymore, so let's comment that. And let's see, hello, and let's try to get the value, which should be minus 0.05. Okay, so I went from here to the fourth actually occurrence, and then I should be able to get the value of it. Man, so much brain activity is happening. Oh no. Okay, I think maybe because of my shift, actually. I think it expects it to return something. Okay, so yeah, and let's see, invalid descriptor. Set angles injects expected. Callback info. Okay, so I guess I need a before. So I think that means I need a callback info here. Callback info CI. CI, okay. See if that helps. And I'm doing that before. Okay, nope. Expected, still invalid descriptor. And it's so hard to parse through. See, set angles inject, okay. Expected, they call back info. Let's see, maybe this is just because I have to return something, so let's return. Oh, never mind, it doesn't expect a return, because I think here it just, it just assigns the thing. It doesn't have CI here. So let's see. Okay, so let's maybe go back to that and change this to, whatever, let's just keep it at hello and see if that works. Because I think now the only thing that has changed is the ordinal. I should have just went from see, from this row to that row. Okay, that's the case, I think. And so now if I so I can't change the signature for some reason. Wonder why. Okay, so how do I make sure now that it actually happened? Let's try after. And here, if I were to, oops, not that. If I were to, that's not player entity model, that's biped entity model. Here, if I were to call, rather check this, and that will be that, and I would expect that to be 0.05 minus 0.05, like what it's set to here. And if not, then I have no clue where I'm actually being injecting. See? Man, so much thinking is happening. Okay, that's exactly what I expected. I mean, is it? What would it be before that? Let's see. If I change the shift to before, I wonder if it gets updated to anything down the line. Probably does, but let's see. Roll. Okay, so here, left leg roll. Okay, so in this riding it gets modified. And then left arm, left leg, I'm assuming is there too. Nope, just arms. Okay, so actually it doesn't get changed unless I'm riding. So technically, if I... Okay, so this should start with minus 0.05, okay, and now if I ride, I was hoping it would change to something. Oops. It would change to that thing. And then it would get the reset on next tick. Next set angle skull. Doesn't seem to be the case. That's just full of minus 0.05. Okay, but technically, I think my inject is where I need it to be. I mean, I can't actually know. How do I find out if I am where I want to be? Okay, what if I just yellow it and try to shift? Okay, ordinal is 3. What if I just try to shift down like 2 lines? Let's see. How do I shift down a couple of lines? I think that's in ChatGPT just a moment ago. Not that. Okay, so it's okay, not that either. And okay, let's try to find it. I just need to see yellow like 2 lines and down and see if I'm inside of the if statement. And I think that's buy. Okay, yeah, shift buy, and then I specify the amount. I shift buy, and that is correct, and then the buy. Okay, how many lines does that have to be? Okay, so one should be below it. Okay, let's check if one works first and foremost. By one. Okay, let me move that here. And let's see if it compiles at all. So I think that's still logging the left leg roll. Okay, but it's working. So what if I just see yellow 2 lines down, shift by 2, and I should be inside of the if statement, unless that's not how it works, and it's going to shift me around the if statement right here. But we'll see if that's the case. Okay, it compiled. That's promising. Now maybe I should see no. Okay, there are logs. I was hoping to see logs only if I was riding. How do I know where the heck am I? Inside of that function. Let's try just 4 random amount. And it still should be inside of that if statement. But I don't know, maybe 2 is below it actually, and 1 is the same line. What's that? Shift by. Okay. Maximum allowed value. Inject that shift by on wheelbarrow mixing JSON by entity model from that is the maximum value of 0. Okay, why is there a maximum value? Why is that 0? This is the value of max shift by. Okay. Okay, but that didn't help either. So okay, sorry, I was testing if I brushed my microphone. Was testing if you can hear that, and it looks like you can. Sorry for that. So that inject target is correct. Seem to be accessing some role field. And actually, if I were to do the fourth ordinal thingy, fourth ordinal appearance, let's call it that, of the model part role, then that should land me. Inside of that is a riding statement. I do 4 with shift, let's do after. Then I should be inside of the if statement. And if not, I will stop messing around and just try to YOLO make it work with the modify expression mixing. Let's see. Okay, there are no logs. And now, oh man, there are still no logs. Looks so promising. Okay, there are logs now. Okay, what? Let's check that again. Either I haven't had that scrolling or something lagged. Ah, okay, so it doesn't start for a moment for some reason, but then it kicks in. Okay, so now... So if I'm with... So now let's try to figure out what the if statement is going to have to be. Let's see, what do I have access to here? Original, then I have my mod. But I will have to access this. It shouldn't be... Hope it's fine. Value invoke, okay. Where is the guy? Huh. Because while I am able to access the role, I now need to access the riding. Target exactly that. So let's think. Let's go back to trying to target the riding. The riding field. That's what I actually need. Working. Okay, so now, for now, I don't need that. Shift, okay, shift can be before. Okay, so put field. Oh, well, that's not put field. Let's see. Java OP codes. Access field. I mean, it is, I had the get field. What's that? Whatever, let's just yellow it. So I need riding. If here, the model parts role, then I need the entity riding, I'm assuming. Entity model riding, okay. Is there biped entity model riding? Is there animal model riding? No, there's still entity, okay. So that's set. Why is there F? See, model part. Well, it would have been so much easier if I knew what I was doing. Okay, so here it's F, and here it is a Z for some reason. Okay, so maybe that just Z is a boolean, and I now roll. Okay, so roll is a float. Okay, so I was probably an integer. Okay, so maybe that kind of would be making sense. Not sure why Z is a boolean, but whatever. Okay, so let's see if that compiles. Nope, it doesn't. Ah. What if I get rid of these? Okay, I think I do need shift. Add shift and before. Let's change that to this object. What's this normally? Okay, it's nothing. So I guess I do have to cast it, okay. There a horizontal scroll. Oh man, and that's not it again. Whatever, so let's just skip that, because maybe that's not, the before doesn't work if that's trying to target this inside of an expression. And I need to programming expression, rather Java expression. Combination of, okay, so is that an expression? Maybe. Sorry, I don't know. So let's just do that. Okay, so that's going to have to be, okay, I need to import that. Import expression value injector. Oh. Interface. Okay, it is, I guess. Okay, my mod can be resolved. Now I do a system out. Hello, checking. Oh man, checking. Okay, and let's just return the original. Okay, now I have to adjust that. Technically no shift, not invoke, but just that. Okay, there are no errors. And I hope that just runs like anything else I do. Initializing mixing extras, okay, so that has to be, I guess, done for the first time. No, that would have been too easy. Okay. So, with the living entity, target method. So my target, that's an L entity model riding, and Z, which I'm assuming is a boolean. V is void, probably. Ah. But that's not working for some reason. Okay. With a from mixing that, from mixing extras, how could I modify a block like below? Modify the expression if this riding. And let's try to make it pretty. Side of a, let's see, inside of a biped model entity dot set angles method. Here is the methods vector. Here is the riding field selector. Let's make it as simple as possible and hope it works. Modify inside of from that to target the method, okay. Identify the target field, create a mixing class. Okay, so That looks correct. Field. Okay, that is done the same. Minecraft client, render entity model, writing Z. It is. Okay, but for some reason, is there any useful information here? Not really, no. Fuel injection failure, callback method only fly if allowed. Where did that come from? Okay, from here. See, where's that? If allowed, from mode wheelbarrow, failed injection check, 0 out of 1. No ref map loaded. Okay, so let's change that to modify riding so it matches the finds answer, and then maybe pasting an error is going to help. Need to find out why it's not working. Try fire, whatever that is. Injection failure. Okay, 0 out of 1 succeeded. Scan the one target, no ref map loaded. Closed by, okay. Here is the place, and I guess I need just caused by. Can I copy all of that, or is that too much? Whatever, let's try all of it. I think there's something about tokens. The error we are encountering, not being able to find a target for modification. Check for ref map issues. Okay, I don't think that's the issue. Correct injection point. Fixing configuration. Okay. I need the entity model riding. Okay, then this is what I should be using. Value is still filled. Set angles, that hasn't changed. Ah. Okay, so it looks like we aren't unstuck after all, which is unfortunate. Let me think. Boolean, modify, return original, private. Okay. Let's try the same with ChatGPT, I guess. Next question. We have all of that. Set angles. Target. So that seems just wrong too. And that probably won't work. There definitely won't work. So I have to think. Okay, maybe that can be here. See, I mean, it shouldn't matter because this is just being replaced by the call to that method with the original value. And that's probably not it. Yep. The same error, so can I check for any other writing fields? Because maybe, I mean, you shouldn't have to access a specific writing field because here, yeah, here I was just accessing the model part, any model part. P code. Maybe I do need the OP code. Let's try code equals OP codes. Get field. And see if that works. If not, then maybe I'll just try the left leg roll, then shift by one. See if that works. And the same error. See, caused by. Is there a caused by? Yep. Can't one target, no ref map loaded. Java mixing, no ref map loaded. I wonder what that means. Asking on the Discord, okay. I know I'm few months late, but adding the line your dependency, okay. Is it because I don't have a dependency actually? Let's remove that and let's try to add the dependency. I think it is. But let's try that nonetheless. Let's see. That here. Rekilled 15. I do think I have like fabric 20. Dependencies. Any other platform? So that's in, I'm assuming, the build dot gradle, and now fabric API. Okay, 022. Guess I want to update that to 30.5. And let's see if that helps. Probably won't because I would assume there are different versions. Okay, and I'm supposed to move that to properties, I guess. Okay, it's reloaded. Yeah, the same error. That's not it. Okay, mixing transformation. Yeah, the same thing. So that just looks like my target is incorrect. Okay, so let's try to do that with shifting and this thing. And that needs to be ordinal 3 and shift after. Maybe shift by, let's try shift after for now. Nope. Goes by something else this time. Station is targeting an invalid INSN. Wonder what an INSN is. Maybe shift after goes to the next line. So let's also try the by, and the by equals 1. Stop finding broken things. Oh, sorry, bumped my microphone arm. You can also check that. Okay, that will fix it for now. What really needs to happen is that when a second srg file is loaded, okay, load targeting instance of OP code, okay, for jump injections. So there's redirect, slice, okay, some complicated stuff. I wanted to see what's the ISN S, I think. That's what it was. Okay, mixing valid INSN. I think, yeah, that was that's what I was googling. If you recall, redirection of logical jumps was provided for by rerouters. Okay, I am a bit lost. Classic, really. How can I find myself? Okay, actually, let's. Man, I have to make another mixing because I wanted to see my field targeting is correct. If I went to this animal model, riding, okay, that's not used anywhere here. How about here? Riding, so then just in copy state. So no, that's not it either. Because left leg roll should be the roll. So there's 1, 2, or there's 0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, should be right here. Whatever. Let's just see. I can do callback info, don't need that. Okay, what's wrong here? Okay, I got rid of the imports. Okay, so yeah, no, let's just try this. Riding equals, rather, okay, let's first check that. And the entity get vehicle. Let's see. This will probably just ask about that one compile because I have the other one. Let's restart that, and yeah, I'll do it like that for now. Then I'll try to ask again how it should be done. see if I have a Discord. Let me join that. And hopefully someone there will be able to help me. Wait. The server. Okay, so I need to do that. Yeah, it should be done. Okay. Just have something that's not too bright in the browser, and let's try to move on. Okay, so there should be logs of my vehicle entity. For some reason, take a moment to kick in. If they are going to kick in at all. Why is that moving? Oh, it's like my velocity is not being reset. Oh, something like that. Okay, that's odd when I get in. I move it. But there are no logs. Okay, because I'm still at ordinal 4. For some reason, doesn't kick in. Rather kicks in randomly. Yeah, when I do that. Okay. Okay, this is that. Let's see. I'd like to do this object riding equals object riding and entity get vehicle and node. Okay. Gotta change that actually. Let's see. Is wheelbarrow boolean is wheelbarrow equals entity get vehicle. Rather, how do I do that? Entity equals entity. Oh man, sorry. Entity vehicle equals entity get vehicle. If not, if vehicle instance of wheelbarrow entity wheelbarrow, can I do that? I think I can. Okay. So entity controlling passenger goes wheelbarrow get controlling passenger. Can I do that? Controlling passenger. Okay. Let's try to see who is the controlling passenger. So I need that. And I'm going to need 2 instances, I think. Entity can be resolved to a type. Okay, this object is unused. Yes, I'm not using. Okay, I will be using that to set riding. Okay. So now I would like 2 instances. because I'm not sure if the first player that gets in stays in the controlling passenger. They get moved to the second place. Okay. So I should have logs only if vehicle is an instance of wheelbarrow, so that should also mean if we are inside of a vehicle. So is that the first one? No, that's the second one, okay. Let's do that on the first thingy. Okay, sorry for a moment, had to restart the voice meter. Because something seems to have... Wonder why it triggers only when I do F5. Maybe that's because... not sure. I have a suspicion that would be because that's when the angles are actually adjusted. So let's try to open that to LAN and join in. Let's make sure that the first player stays the controlling entity. So I have the 271 and the 202. Okay, so there's the other client player entity, 202. Now if I get in here, okay, so yeah, this guy gets moved. Okay, but this is... Oh man, let me get lost there. Okay, so yeah, these were the logs for the other player. And can I clear that here? Nope, I can't. So I'll just make a lot of space. Okay, and let me do that. Let me have that open on the second screen so we can see that when I'm doing it. Okay, so here, this is my main thingy. I get in, and the second player should start spamming. Okay, that the other player entity is inside. That's the player 377. Okay, so if I open that, it's also spamming. That's the player 377. Now, if I get in with him, other guy, okay, and then this is still player 377. And if I get out with both of them, and now open with the second one, and it should be other player, yeah, player 271, okay. So this guy stays the controlling, first player stays the controlling player, controlling entity, but they are in the wrong position. So let me adjust that, because that's a bit confusing. I think I have an if statement for that. Okay, so I guess I will just do it like that for now. Whatever. Whatever. And if there are issues with it, then I mean, I will try to ask how to do it with modify expression value. But if I don't happen to find a way, then I will just stick with that. And we move on. Okay, so what I have to do is How do I do it? I have to check if controlling passenger. If controlling passenger is rather this object riding equals this object riding and entity equals, this is how I do it, the controlling passenger. Other is different from that. The controlling passenger and the entity. Can I do it like that? Shouldn't be the same. So there's some time safety in the field running from the. Okay, but do I care about it? The field riding from the row type entity model is assigned the value of type boolean, references to generic type, and be parameterized. Type entity model, player entity. Can I do that? Okay, I think that's what I wanted. And what's that singular import? Okay, that's my import. So let's see if that works. Oh well, I still have that. Okay, I do that actually because I want to see if these can be compared like that. Shouldn't be the same entity. Why is it moving? Lower. Okay, so we are still sitting and we have client player entity, client player entity. Is that correct? Plus that and plus our same plus entity equals controlling passenger. Okay. So are they the same? I would expect that to be true. Maybe that's not how it works. Okay, so they are the same. But we are still in the sitting position. Let's try another print. Set to okay. It shouldn't be false. Maybe something is changing it to true. Which would be really inconvenient. It's so unreadable in my opinion. That thing. But maybe that's a skill issue. Skill issue. Okay, so it's set to false. So why am I still sitting? What if I do that at the head of that method? At head. So I think that's just head. I think that's how you do it. Make sure. Yep. Okay, actually it doesn't matter because it was set to false correctly. And maybe it does because it was set too late. I had shift after, so maybe it jumped around that if statement. I have no clue. Set to false. Okay, now we are standing. That's nice, but it's sinking us into the ground. I'm guessing something to make the model that lowers the model X, Y, and Z. Pitch your roll. Maybe not actually. And it seems to just be using. It has some pivots. No, but I don't think it's here. I probably have to adjust my wheelbarrow entity model position, the passenger position. But we are standing. That's promising. Okay, so let me go back to doing it here, but maybe it has to be before. Oh, never mind, I'm still inside of this statement, my bad. So that's where I have to do it. And I guess it can be after. That should work too. Let's remove the console log. Unchecked cast. I don't think I care about that because I use this. Okay, I actually, if it didn't have the riding, then it would crash, but it should have riding, so whatever. That's how I was told to do it. Okay, so we are standing, that's great. And let me think. Okay, we have to adjust players' positions. I need to be a bit higher. Okay. I'm not a fan. I don't like the fact that. Let's see the hitboxes. I'm not a fan of the fact that. Okay, that was just rotation, I think. Okay, so that's fine. Why is it? That's odd. Didn't do that before. Is it because I'm extending the vehicle entity? So let's first check the checkboxes. Okay, that's fine. I will move me move the player a bit back, because right now I'm basically hugging the wheelbarrow, so close to it, which is not what I want it to be. Okay, so I have to move it up a bit, move it back. And then... Okay, but before we do that, actually... Whatever. Oh man, I'm not a fan of that. That seems like it's going to break a lot. Since I'm... Okay, whatever. Let me just do it at the head. And you do figure out how to target expression. Expression, this riding field access. Okay, and that's actually wrong at the moment. That should be entity model riding. What are all of these? Bottom, root, riding. So that should be this, and this should be get field, I'm assuming. And no shifts or anything. Okay. Let's keep that. Okay, this is at head, that's fine. Entity. Make player stand rather. Okay, it can be a feature. Make player stand when riding wheelbarrow. So I need the second player to test if they are sitting, and then we will mess with the player's positions. Don't they make sense? Okay, why are there mixing extras? Were they here before if I'm not using them? I guess they had to be. Okay, which one is the correct one? That one. Whether the first one. I don't get them mixed up, and let's see. Okay, I think I was getting quiet a bit. Too quiet again, sorry. Okay, so we are comfortably standing, a couple inches below the ground level. Happens every day to me, honestly. Okay, and let's see. If I get in, I'm sitting, and that guy is... I am standing, okay. That's fine. Okay, so now we have to... okay, we'll have to clamp the yaw, that's for sure. That you can do 190s. Okay, but let's adjust the player positions first. So, what have I changed? Get passenger thingy, attachment position, update passenger position. Okay, so that doesn't really do anything. Update passenger position. So attachment. Okay, so that's wrong. Okay, entity passenger. So if this is controlling passenger, I want to do that, and otherwise I will keep that standing, even though it doesn't do much. Okay, update passenger position, I think, is used for clamping. DO. Okay, so this is for the controlling passenger. Else if I'm not the controlling passenger, and oh, how do I do that? Okay, so the passenger. Okay, so let's see this passenger list. Get passenger list. Size is greater than 1. A list. A size. Or a passenger is an instance of animal entity. Okay, so every animal entity has to be horizontally offset. Equals, okay, 0.2f seemed fine actually. Okay, when I have an end there, the definition should be 1. Okay, but whatever. Okay, so if I'm not the controlling passenger and the list is greater than 1, or the passenger is an animal entity. Is that... is it actually what I want? Okay, because I'm still not sure how you would get an animal into the controlling passenger controlling position to the first passenger slot. But technically if you did, then I don't think I care about it, about moving it. I think even just if you aren't the controlling passenger, then you get offset. I don't care what is your type, what type you are. Okay, but now we also have to adjust that. Okay, so height okay, by 3 blocks. Is that correct? What if I do by 1? Okay, now that's going to be really high. Was that 3? Let me think. Where did I get that from? Okay, whatever. What happens if I just do entity dimensions? Whose dimensions are those? Are these? No, let's do height and let's see where it puts me. Yeah, actually, let me also log the height. Just so I know more or less what it is. Height. Nice, we are doing something. I was worried that I'm going to be stuck for whole of today. While there's still like 1.5 unresolved issues, one with input and the second one, like that I can't modify the expression. I am unable to target the expression. Something is happening, that's cool. Okay, so height is that. Where does it put me? There. So actually I think I want to my just to be at 0. Okay, yeah, so I think height just should be 0. Okay, so height is the entity's dimensions, the wheelbarrow's dimensions. So I'm going to use that for the second entity. 0. This is 0.0f. If I can just do 0f, I think I can. And let's do float. What is it? The vertical offset equals 0. Here we set it to. Okay, so that's going to be entity dimensions height. And whatever, and just make it the height. Now if I launch 2 clients, both of these, and I will have to move it actually a bit. Okay, so there's horizontal. What is the other axis than horizontal? Horizontal is the width. I need, man, I don't know. Horizontal and, okay, I need the other horizontal. That's unfortunate. So that's, I think, the z-axis. Z offset, let's rename that, and Y offset. Okay, never mind, that's not the, okay, that is the Z offset, so I need it to be actually larger. Okay, that was correct, whatever. Now I should be a bit more behind the wheelbarrow. Ideally, I would also like to adjust the arm position of the guy, of the person that's controlling the wheelbarrow. We will see what it looks like without it. Well, I'm not sure what's happening to my voice. Okay, so 0 is not it. Definitely not it. I wonder why. What could be the 0 in that case? Let's see if the second player is fine. Slightly levitating. I think that's not too bad. Okay, so like a bit lower. So just a bit lower, let's see. Slight minus. Okay, so let's start with that. And let's see if the other offset is correct. Hard to measure because we are underground. Let's see, maybe I can gauge that. If I just stand perfectly like that, then that's actually reasonable, I think. Okay, nice, I can't move it. I don't seem to be able to move it if somebody is attached to it. I think I had a check for that. Nice to see that it's working. So let's try to adjust the height. Y offset has to be, let's make it a 30. Why not? See where that puts us. That's a chill music. Chill song, I guess. And then once again, somebody's cutting something in the kitchen. You probably can hear the thumps. Sorry for that. Okay, where are we now? Still slightly below the ground. Let me do that on glass so I can see actually how high. Why is that? Do I need... What's the default? Maybe I need that to be half of the entity. Can I access that? Passenger, get dimension. Oops. Okay, I can get dimensions. The pose. Going to be entity pose. Standing. Need the get. Man, that's not it. Height. Okay, divided by 2. What is it? Is it a float? Yes. We make mine a float too, and let's see what that does. Because maybe if the y offset by default is 0, and I had to check how high the other person is. Let's do that too. Okay. Okay, so I mean that's too high. I'm starting to think it has to be half of the wheelbarrow. So let's see where if the other person is more or less fine in terms of height, of how high they sit inside of the wheelbarrow. I wonder how it makes sure that it always collects and puts me in the same position. I think that's fine. Maybe I should be at the bottom actually. What happens? I'll just check what it looks like if I'm at the bottom. So I'm not sure if what I like more, levitating thingy, or let's check the minecart and the boat. You can see my toes there, toesies. So yep, and the boat does, okay, I can't rotate it in the boat. Yeah, if I were rotated then you could see my toesies too. I guess I need to be at the bottom of it. So let's try half of the wheelbarrow for the controlling player and for the passenger. Entrance height, okay. Passenger, let's make that. How high off the ground am I? No, 0.2. See. Okay, so no, that's not it. What does it have to be? I wonder. Check the other player. Okay, that's 2. 4 down. Can I check that in block bench? Probably can. Okay, but let's see. How far up do I have to be? Because these are 1/16 high, so that's 4. And then we have 2 here, so that's 6. It's like half actually. Half a block should be fine. And this has to be higher. And well, that's fine. Not sure if it's going to work for all entities. What if somehow it can be larger? What is the attachment position? Minecraft, fabric, attachment position. I don't think, I mean, if it had a description, I think I would have gotten it here in Javadoc. Let's try to ask ChatGPT and maybe it gives an answer that makes sense. In Minecraft fabric, what is a entity get passenger attachment pose in relation to? Actually, I think the easiest thing would be to just set all of that to 0 and see where that puts me. That has to be like 5. Here, let me just set it to 0 and 0. Keep these. See where I am. And then I will try to adjust myself. Can I end? I think, okay, I do adjust the Z offset on the second one. Of the one is a controlling passenger, a pilot. What is the second one? Of the cargo passenger. I guess they can be called that. If I start at the second one, I have. It's just taking its time. So, okay, I'm right in the middle of it. So, that would be like a half of myself. So, not actually quite in the middle. Okay, so let's see. If I adjust that by the half of the entity's height. Okay, I won't be able to test that because I moved. Okay, so let's first focus on the controlling passenger. And then I will check the cargo passenger position. Okay, so if I adjust that by, let's go back to that. Make that be the passenger. Okay, I think I already did that though. Get dimensions, entity pose, standing, height. Let's just do that. No, I do think, yeah, I already tried the passenger's height divided by 2. Now let's see what the full height does. So I'm really high. That's not quite the player height for some reason. And I find that a bit unlucky. So maybe it has something to do with the set angles method. So that's not the player height. Hmm. I'm pushing it from really far. Whatever. Okay, but yeah, that divided by 2 won't do it anyway, either. I'm pretty sure. Divided by 2. See, with that divided plus 2 by 2 by and the wheelbarrow's height divided by 2, maybe. Well, let's go back to the height by 2 first. Yeah, okay, and is that half of the wheelbarrow's height? I don't think it is. I think it is. Um, can I put another entity there? Well, I just won't test it out because no way of testing it. If somebody is using that mod and runs into an issue with height, then I will address it. Okay, so yeah, the Z position seems fine. Arms, I guess I kinda okay too. I mean, they move, which is not ideal. Should be like glued to the handles. That's not too bad. Okay, let's try subtracting from it. Final dimensions. Dimensions. Height divided by 2 point, which I guess can be that. If math experience is not misleading me, that should be the same. Yeah, we are slightly below the ground for some reason. Okay, what's going to happen if messenger set pose, entity pose, sitting? Sure, I have to take care of that, but let's do that anyway. I think that's by default. Somebody's writing something, or maybe it's not. Okay, but I'm not sure why that's incorrect. Hmm. Okay, so let me just set that to a fixed amount, I guess. try 0.2f. I think I already did that, so let's try 75, whatever. A random number. Let's see if that works. And also start the second thing. Okay, so I think off stream, I'm going to have to ask how to correctly target that expression and try to figure out how to do the inputs. So, you know, that's not it. That has to be much more. Actually, another, we'll see. Okay, so let's check the cargo passenger, how high they are. What's going to happen if I leave the boat as a controlling passenger while I have a cargo? Okay, so that seems to be slightly, just slightly above the, what is it, the, oh man, I'm blanking on the word, the bottom. Oh, maybe not that slightly, it needs to be lower, definitely. Okay, so that has to be lower, but what's going to happen if I dismount now? If that guy gets moved, I think that's what I want to happen. I mean, that's, I guess, what boat does. Let's see. Yeah, I got moved. Now, if I leave, okay, now he's the controlling guy. Okay, so I will. I don't think that's what I want to do. Okay, but how can I handle that? Because this is what's going to happen. Okay, so for players, I guess that's fine, and I can't really control that because I would have to like keep track of the variable somehow to make sure that mark that guy as the controlling passenger rather the cargo passenger. Then when the controlling passenger leaves, then I would have to keep that around, rather use that. Okay, so let's try 6125. 625. And that has to be lower, so 0.4, 0.4. Six subdemons could not be reused. That's a lot of demons. And just get stopped. There's so many remixes of that Ocarina of Time track. Yes, they are remixes. Okay, so okay, just slightly above the ground. Okay. I'm rotated like that. Okay. See, I would like to lock the arms, but that might be a lot of effort. They don't look that bad actually. Like just you're kind of vibing. They are more or less in the correct place. How about me? Am I in the correct place? Kind of. I don't clip to the bottom, so that's fine. My legs, my toesies are out. And can I see there? It seems to be sitting, I guess. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so let me just make a screenshot for the vote, I guess, and we will be ending for today. Okay, looks good enough. Okay, let me. Okay, sorry, you probably okay. The screen went dark for you, black for you. Should be back, and okay. Screenshot is taken. Okay, so let me just make just the controlling passenger should be levitating, and should be all. How much is it? Oh man, just slightly. It probably won't work for any other entity, and then that's a different height. But when it comes to that, then I'll try to handle it when the issue arises, I guess. Okay, was that too much? Yeah, why did I go from 625? What was it? Okay, why did I go to 5? I wanted to go to 6.5, I think. Okay. And it would have been wrong too, because it had to be lower, so maybe 6 is fine. Wonder how much time I spent waiting for the game to compile. Is that even the correct word? Pile, not sure. Okay, we seem to be just slightly above the ground. No, actually, even we seem to be exactly where we want to be. Okay, I'll have to adjust the yeah, the dismount thingy. Oh. Other than that, yeah, okay, that's really good actually. Should I be a bit more slightly further back? Kind of. Just slightly further back, or is it fine? It's fine. I don't want it to be too far back. Yeah, but that's fine. Okay, I like that. Let's community changes and let's add a to do. Passengers, taking only one driven. Okay, so doing what was it? Man, what was it? Just said it too. Something about the animation. Oh, the dismount position. Not quite the animation, but a similar word. Okay, so few changes. Just passenger positions. Okay, so that's that, and that's going to be it for today. Hopefully by tomorrow I will have Yeah, I probably won't have the answer to how to handle the keyboard input. I have 3 ideas for it though, so we will make one of them work. And the second thing is, and other than that, I need, what's that syntax? I think that's just the, okay, so that's what's going to be called. Other than that, I need to fix that target, find a way to target the expression, and actually I think that's it. Only two things. And yeah, I think only two things. So thanks everybody for watching, for tuning in today, and see you tomorrow. Bye.